Hi everyone. Here in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Z-score spreadsheet. So the Z-score is a score we get when we do what was called a Z-test. Now, to do this, we basically just need to collect some data. This spreadsheet will do everything for us. So what I did was I took the ILab, like from lab 2, I placed it right on my desk, wheel side up, measured acceleration using the accelerometer sensor, and I got hundreds of data points because I let it run for several seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that data in here. And so automatically it gives me some stuff. So under column E, we have this X in brackets. That's one way of writing average of something. So it calculated, this spreadsheet calculated the average for me of about 9.68. And it also in column C calculated the standard deviation. Now, one thing I can use this for is to test a question. So let's say I wanted to know, is my iLab device properly calibrated? Is the accelerometer properly calibrated? So what I can do is I could take some data and put it in here, which I just did, and compare that data to what I know that gravity should be. So I know gravity should be 9.8, about there. So clearly just looking at the number 9.68, I can tell it's off, right? But how off is it? Okay, this is where the Z-score can help us. So now in column D, under X is going to be the value we compare it to. So if I put in my 9.8 for gravity, now I have some quantitative information, not just me saying, oh, it's 9.688. That's kind of off, so it's definitely not calibrated. But now I have some quantitative information here telling me, well, is it reasonably off or is it way off? Okay, so the Z-score tells me that. The Z-score tells me how many standard deviations I am away from the mean. So I have a Z-score of over 4. That means I'm about 4 standard deviations away from the mean. So what does that mean? It means that if we consider how many standard deviations is good, well, about 95% of data should fall within 2 standard deviations of the mean. Okay, so that would be a z-score of 2 or minus 2. So my positive value here means that I am 4 standard deviations above the mean. Right, so if you're looking at that bell curve, you'd be looking at the right side of the bell curve is where that number would fall, which would make sense because our number 9.68 should be right in the middle of the bell curve. Now I also get some other information in G. I get the probability. Okay. Now I get the probability that my value, 9.8, my theoretical value, which I know should be, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like 6 to the minus 7th is my probability that these numbers, we could basically say they're close, right? No, they're way off. Okay, so the Z-score, it tells us how far we are, how many standard deviations we are away from the mean. It gives us a probability, and we can use this to compare our collected data to a theoretical number or a number that we've calculated for something. So this is how you'll use the spreadsheet for the pre-lab assignment and then also during your lab 3.